Welcome back everybody, it's Kydro. In this video, we're gonna talk about Augusta and her kit. They just revealed the complete abilities of her, how she works, and this is gonna be my somewhat of a guide explanation video. I will try to explain this in the most simple way. I don't want to confuse you too much with all the words they're using. Yeah, it's quite an insane amount of information. Augusta is gonna be a main damage dealer that also has capabilities to shield and is somewhat of a character that incentivizes you to a playstyle where you have to actually swap to different characters. Main damage dealer, heavy attack damage, and damage amplification. She's also an electro attribute user and she's using a broad blade. First of all, I want to read the combat guide because this one is a good summary of how she works. Augusta's chained resonance liberation allows her to stop time. She can actually stop time for up to 7 seconds. I don't know how broken it's gonna be in the holograms or boss fights, but it does sound really freaking cool. During these 7 seconds, she actually can do up to 9 attacks during her enhanced liberation. That's what I like to call it, because she actually has a normal ultimate and normal liberation, and then she also has an enhanced one. The enhanced liberation needs 2 stacks of her mechanic, which is called Majesty. And Majesty is obtained by swapping to different characters or using her skill. It's actually quite simple, but you actually need to swap her out to get 2 stacks of it. So she's a character that needs to be swapped out to make use of her most damage sources. Let's keep reading more. Augusta grants a shield to other resonators who cast intro skill in a team and herself when she deals damage. She shields herself when she does damage, and she also shields your other team members when you swap into them. She's casting somewhat of a realm when she swaps out, and when you intro into this realm, she will shield your teammates. But it's not a big shield. Don't focus on this too much. It's quite a small shield, but I think it's decent. It scales off HP and it's like 5% of Augusta's HP. Nothing too crazy. Her outro skill grants the next incoming resonator damage amplification for all attributes. She has a 15% damage buff for every attribute, which is great. Makes her already a quite flexible unit, and you can pair up with a lot of units already just because with this really good buff. Next up, Augusta accumulates prowess to cast chained heavy attacks. She has multiple mechanics in her kit, which makes it quite an in-depth character, but it's actually really easy to understand. She has prowess, she has majesty, and she also has ascendancy. These are 3 mechanics within her kit. She also has a crown of will. That's a 4th mechanic, but it's just a buff. So we're just gonna focus on the 3 ones. So the first from prowess is actually to give her normal attacks or heavy attacks more oomph, okay? It just powers it up a little bit. I'm gonna pull up this from the live stream because it shows it really good. So when we swap into her, this is her intro skill. She serves on her bro blade. It looks really cool. And then you will see she has multiple the mechanics down there. Now, I'm not sure which one is which since I did not play her yet, but jumping into this, you will see her normal attack actually is enhanced, and that is because she has full prowess. Prowess is probably the violet or the purple bar that you see. You can see it's lighting up with a purple color, which means it's powered up. So she gets actually full prowess with her intro skill. She also gets prowess just with attacking the enemies. And when prowess is full, you actually can do a special attack. You have 2 choices. One of them is pressing spacebar or the jump button. This is where you do a special move with Augusta. Or you can also hold the normal attack button and do a heavy attack, and that will also deplete the prowess bar. But prowess is not the only mechanic that she has. She also has ascendancy. And ascendancy is the one mechanic that she needs for her skill. See her skill, when she has her normal skill, which is not enhanced, it's a simple leap attack. She leaps with her sword forward and does a simple attack. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So this is her normal skill that is not enhanced. It's a simple leap attack. It just jumps forward with her sword and she smashes it on the ground. But the thing is, she can actually enhance that skill. And if we jump back to the live stream, you will see that this skill actually changes when she has full ascendancy. So we wait a little bit and you will see her skill is now glowing as well. And that is not because of prowess, it's about ascendancy. And I think ascendancy is probably the yellow bar, but I'm not sure. With the full ascendancy, she has this special attack and she jumps on a griffin and she does this insane, crazy combination of attacks that you see right there. It really looks really cool. Full ascendancy, better skill. Full majesty, better liberation. And full prowess gives you enhanced heavy attacks. And then it also explains you how you get majesty, so she gets enhanced liberation. And how you get majesty is you need to do her enhanced skill and also do one outro skill. And that's it. That is 2 stacks of majesty right there, and she will be able to do her enhanced liberation already. So the goal is probably to fill up the forte bar with prowess, do her special attack, then also fill up ascendancy, which also fills up by attacking the enemy with Augusta, then do her special skill, and after you've also swapped her out, you are able to enter her enhanced liberation state. The difference with Augusta is she does not need energy regen, because all she needs is majesty. She builds up her own stacks on that, and energy regen does not matter for her. And that is already her kit in a nutshell. It's quite simple. So she has multiple mechanics that buff up her whole kit. Because if we take a look here at the liberation, this is the normal liberation without enhancement. It just is a simple slash. But here is the enhanced one, and that is where she stops time for 7 seconds, and she does these crazy combo of slashes, up to 9 slashes, and even finishing it off with a finisher, where she breaks down the ground. This is an insane liberation, and I am afraid that this is going to be quite powerful. She might be one of the best characters in the game if this is actually 7 seconds of stopping time. A little bit of a downside, during these 7 seconds, she cannot swap out. So swapping to different characters is actually disabled when she uses her enhanced liberation. But you can actually end that liberation anytime you want, because she can do her finishing move anytime you want. It's not like Zani, where you need to deplete the forte first, activating her finishing move. No, she's actually able to do her finishing move right off the bat. I probably would not recommend that. Do her 9 slashes and then use the finishing move. Looking at her normal attacks, she has somewhat of very fast, flashy movement. She is definitely a character that has a lot of depth and a very engaging playstyle, where you also are incentivized to swap out sometimes to be most efficient with her damage sources, because she can actually not do her enhanced liberation, for example, when she does not swap out. And I wrote down some pros and contra, not a lot of contras to be honest. I think she's actually a very impressive character, might even be one of the best damage dealers in the game. So here we have the pros. She has fast attack animations. She has a wide variety of skills. You have to press buttons multiple times because sometimes you have enhanced skills. And then you also have your normal skills and ultimates. She has very flashy moves, and she's definitely a fast character that you need to get used to. So if you like challenging characters, she might be one of those. She's a very flexible unit, and you can put her in a lot of teams, which I love to see. Then she also has high sustainability. She's quite of a tanky unit, having somewhat of a very consistent shield that decreases pretty much the damage that she takes. It's not the insane amount of HP that she shields herself with, but the fact that she can apply that shield every 0.5 seconds with just attacking enemies is actually quite something good. She has a 15% damage amplification for every attribute for your team members. Then she's also heavy attack scaling, which means you can pair her up with Mortefi and Frolova, because these two actually have outros that buff up heavy attack. But then of course you can also pair her up with anybody that just buffs electro damage, because she's an electro unit. I am theorizing that Yuno is gonna work well with her as well, simple to the fact that Yuno is gonna be a healer and a buffer, but sadly we don't really know what exactly she buffs yet. When the update drops, we will know more. But Sun and Moon most likely will work well together. Then I wrote down some contras. If you don't like characters that have longer on-field time, she might be not for you. It really depends on how fast the rotation will actually be. Again, I did not play her yet, so we will see. Then of course she's also a unit that needs to swap out, otherwise she cannot use her enhanced ult, which might be the biggest damage source in her kit. So if you want a character that doesn't swap out, she might be not the one for you. And yeah, that pretty much covers it. This is Augusta. I'm very impressed with her kit. She seems somewhat of a very engaging unit, having multiple buttons to press, having enhancements for her liberation, for her attacks, which is prowess, and having enhancements for her skill. It seems quite freaking exciting to play. She's definitely a character that fits for my playstyle, and I cannot wait to play her myself. So let me know guys in the comments what you guys think about Augusta. Was this guide helpful? I hope I was not too confusing with that, because I don't do guides very often on my channel, but I just like her so much that I wanted to explain how she works. I hope this helped. If you enjoyed, give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more Wuthering Waves. That's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you all for watching, and I see you in the next one. Peace.